I've never looked at the Hot Rod as an adventure vehicle, but why does that even matter? Why does it matter if it drives well or not? Recently, I decided to try to beat my record with the Hot Rod in mines, and that's a notoriously difficult combination. I did something a little easier with winter, and most recently, I tried forest with Hot Rod. Now, I think of forest as the easiest adventure map. It's one of the first ones that I unlocked, and the obstacles are pretty easy in comparison to other maps. I'm inching my way towards max forest stars, and I really wanted to get a 10K with the Hot Rod as well, so this seemed like a good combination. In this video, you'll see me get my first Hot Rod 10K. First of all, I raised my suspension level and then had to change my setup. I was surprised that the recommended parts excluded jump shocks and instead used magnet, which I upgraded twice. But this actually wasn't the setup I would use to get the 10K, I just didn't know that yet. I'm gonna drive this without watching anything. I'm gonna try to learn what I have to do and just see how well I can do without watching the video, and then when inevitably I'm struggling, I will watch a tutorial. As I was just starting this run, I didn't know what to expect, so I thought of the things that I knew about forest. If we look at the map as a whole from 0 to 10,000 meters, there are 3 water pits throughout where you'll die if you fall in. Then between those pits are hills and some swinging logs. The water pits and logs are easy to get past if you either know where they are or just drive carefully. And for the hills, my tunes are good enough that I won't just roll back down. I haven't played Hot Rod much, but I haven't seen a setup without jump shocks. So I'm interested to see how different this will be. Also, I didn't take off the top part of the engine, and I imagine it'll be useful for me to do that. I never ended up getting the top of the engine off, but it definitely didn't matter for the beginning of the map. So I passed 4,000 meters. The first water pit is going to be in a few hundred meters. I've started using the supercharger a bit more carefully. I was kind of just spamming it before, but I think I'm gonna have to pay more attention to the fuel at this point. Like, as you can see, I'm not low fuel yet, and I'm about to collect this one. That's good, but it's probably just going to be close calls from like 5,000 on. Also, first water pit. Like, these aren't really an issue because I know where they are. I think the only thing this run is just going to be fuel efficiency. Okay, something I'm considering doing is like using the supercharger right before I collect a fuel. That way I can get a bit of a boost. That might be helpful, especially at hills. We'll see. Also, more than halfway through the map, just like 400 meters away from my old record. I don't remember how I died. The last time I did this run was definitely a while ago. As I got further in the map, some of the not so difficult structures became more challenging because I had to get over them while having limited fuel. All right, I'm basically past my record. Okay, I guess it was the flying log. Low fuel again, but I did just collect that. Now, what is it, 6,300 meters is the next water pit? It's coming up. Here we go. This spot should be fine. Also, there's a fuel at this hill, so I can use the supercharger there. I didn't really want to be this high because I don't know the upcoming obstacles. Oh no. Oh, that was insane. I lost the hat. Kind of bad luck, but it's okay. All right, 6,600, we keep going. Okay, this is pretty bad. Fuel is in sight now. I was about to say it's not in sight, but on this downhill, oh no. I'm so lucky. I feel like I should have flipped over there and then also magnet clutched. So I can really see that like fuel is a problem now, and I need to know how to be driving properly. Nearly 70% into the map, I was feeling pretty good, but as I reached the next fuel, I was starting to see a huge increase in difficulty. Another close call. I actually used the supercharger well there, I feel like. That's something that I have to do, especially as I'm getting to like 7,000, 8,000, is using the supercharger at good spots. Also, I feel like I know forest. I feel like it's a map that I'm familiar with, but with Hot Rod, you just have to learn the map in such a different way. Okay, another close call. That's to be expected. I'm sure, like, every single fuel, except for maybe the one at like mid 8,500. I think there's one that's a little bit closer together. This is the last water pit. Again, not really a difficult obstacle in this run. It's going well so far, some really close calls, but I'm still alive. I didn't really think, that this run, like first run, would be as going as well as it is. Okay, also no low fuel on that one. So let's see. Some of the more difficult spots are definitely coming up. Just 100 meters later, I made a mistake that I thought could cost me the run. Since I was pretty late in the map, driving up hills quickly and on the first try is important. As I went off this log, I used the supercharger, which sent me straight into the hill, instead of ideally following the path smoothly, which would have let me keep my speed and also not wasted as much fuel with the supercharger. Bad landing here. I'm sure that I'm not getting to the next fuel, because I was slow to go down that hill. Okay, never mind. I have no idea what I'm talking about. 8,500 meters, low fuel. I've heard that like wait. I could get this. I've heard that the 9,000 fuel is difficult. I then respawned so I could practice the 9,000 fuel, That way I know what to expect for next time. I didn't manage to get up this hill, but I was only 40 meters off, so it definitely seemed doable. I only made it to 6K on my next attempt, but on the one after that, I made some more progress. Alright, I'm basically 100 meters away from where I died. Oh no! Oh my god, wait! I need jump shocks, bro! Wait, magnet! Oh my god, magnet, please. Please, please. Let's go, dude. I actually really didn't think I would get that. That landing boost was so good that I got. Okay, couple more fuels. I need to drive, like, probably a bit better than what I've been doing. Okay, this is not what I want, but 100 more stars. All right, let's go. Low fuel again. I'm pretty sure this is a hard fuel. Okay, I thought I would need a landing boost. This should be good enough. This was a close call. It might be the next fuel that's hard. I don't know. Somewhere around 9,000. I read some comment, someone saying, oh, this is bad. That it's a hard fuel. Oh my god. Wait. Don't die. That was a really big cell. That's true, but I could still respawn and learn the rest of the map. I made it to the 10K mark. However, I think I launched myself a bit hard with the respawn, so it wasn't perfectly realistic. Anyway, I now had at least a basic understanding of the entire map. Alright, again, basically 100 meters away. I think my pace is good. Okay, yeah, so here's the fuel. Boom. New record. I would say that part is probably the hardest just based on my past experiences. However, this part is no joke. I've respawned a couple of times to practice it, but like, because I was getting kind of close and then I died, whatever. And like, it's not easy. I wasn't getting it every time. So I do need to pay attention. This is the last fuel. I'm at 9,800 meters. I'm low fuel now. Okay, I need to get... oh god. Oh, I don't think it's enough. Dude! I've gotten past this before, but literally, I needed to like roll a little bit further. And then I'm at the 10K and the fuel is right here. Oh my god. Okay, it's the next day, low fuel, but this one's easy enough to collect. I didn't mean to go in between this part, but 300 meters away. I've gotten here a handful more times on respawns and not respawns. Hopefully, I can do it on this one. Is this good enough? Oh my god, dude. I had definitely improved at using the hot rod. However, at this specific point, I don't think I understood what I was doing wrong. Fuel always seemed to be really tight getting up this last hill, so if I was losing all of my speed at the bottom, I'd end up using my supercharger to make up for it, causing me to run out of fuel before making it to the peak. So ideally, I would land directly in the bottom part of this hill, that way I could use the rest of my fuel to actually get to the top. The next day, I live streamed and was able to get some help while I played. So I had a bit of a new strategy. First off, it was finally time for me to change my setup. Since the last hill was causing problems, I needed a way to get more speed while low fuel, and of course Fume Boost is perfect for that. The reason I'd been using Magnet all of this time though, was to collect awkwardly placed fuels that are earlier in the map. So without Magnet, some of the spots in the map became more difficult, or as someone in the chat phrased it, I was having Magnet withdrawals. So 6,800 was the main spot that Magnet really mattered. Fuel is close here. I need to remember the map. Oh, it's this, wait. I'm dead. Holy clutch. I almost just died again from like speeding up. Okay. This was an important spot. I'm gonna lock in. The next problem was that I was using the supercharger too much, and this was especially important for getting past 9,100 and the final hill. So with my new setup and careful fuel consumption in mind, I did one final attempt. Okay, 8.6. This is fine actually. Okay. Yeah, this is going well. Okay, this is where I have to drive well. Really try to do like no supercharge here. Almost did it a bit, but it was just to stay on that. Ideally, that just saved me time. Surely, like, that made someone happy. Okay, I almost flipped, but I drove like that. Okay? Big, 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 big. Huge moment. Okay. Okay, this feels fine. This feels chill. But I need speed going into it to like help me with the next part. But I also need to like not hit my head on the next log. So using a bit of supercharger here is fine. And like just driving carefully, trying to set myself up for this. Okay. So good speed here. Probably should have kept my momentum. It's like one more hill. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh my god. This is it. This is it. I need to... Good landing! Oh my god! Yes! Okay, okay. Trying to get this fuel, just to like not die. Let's go! Oh my god. Of course, after the 10K, I kept driving, but I only got another 700 meters. That was good, though. This is already good enough. Definitely good enough. Yeah, of course, I just want to push it as far as possible. But all right, top all time, my standing. Hot Rod, yeah, I'm not ranked. It's 11-7. There's this crazy tie here. So that was the journey to my first Hot Rod 10K. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for all the support recently. Bye.